I'm here at Forest High School, where the Marion County Sheriff's Office tells me that the school resource officer was able to take down the threat within minutes. Police have not given us exact information yet because the death is still under investigation, but students that live in the building tell me he fell from the third-story balcony onto the concrete sidewalk below. The park is in need of a big turnaround, one it's going to get soon. The city is partnering with GRU, and the park is moving from here to next door on the corner of 17th and 31st. A local family of 6 has been waiting for this day for years, so not even the rain could dampen their mood. While I was out there today, residents expressed concern for their safety, and we watched together as more than a dozen police cars showed up. Sirens blaring in broad daylight for the second afternoon in a row.
We don't feel safe anymore with everybody going against each other.
No shots fired this time, but still a neighborhood in chaos.
It's dangerous sometimes here, and I know how it is, but sometimes I feel for the people, you know.
A shooting yesterday left 1 dead and 3 injured at Parkside Garden Apartments in Ocala.
I'm like broke-hearted right now.
This resident is so fearful she asked to remain anonymous.
We stayed in all last night and everything.
The Ocala Police Department says this level of violence is uncommon.
To have 2 shootings back-to-back with so many victims involved, that's not a regular occurrence in Ocala. And then to have another incident today, I think obviously something is going on, but we're just trying to get to the bottom of it.
As police investigate, people are left remembering their loved ones and hoping for the injured to recover.
Everybody's just hurt by it because it's like family that was out here. These are people that we see every day and we can't see them anymore.
We have no word yet on what prompted today's police presence. No arrests have been announced in either shooting. I'm Mary Grace Scully, WUFT News. A kick to the shin from a first grader might not be enough to bring down a grown man. But defense and awareness strategies taught by the program Rad Kids gives these 6- and 7-year-olds the skills to protect themselves in dangerous situations.
Reinforces the things that we're trying to teach our kids at home. It's really great that the school will provide this during class times as part of their curriculum.
Students at Micanopy Area Cooperative School are taught the Rad Kids lesson plan during daily PE classes.
There's a whole emergency component, fire emergency, stranger danger obviously, poisons, gun control, what to do if they see a gun. That's a prominent thing at this time.
Students earn certificates by successfully completing this simulation.
911, what's your emergency?
Rad Kids instructors will tell you this is about more than just defensive strategies.
Nowadays, these kids need to know that the most powerful thing they have is their voice. They need to know that they can say no, and they need to know that they're special, that nobody's allowed to hurt them.
PE coach Lindsay Hester Nunez can also attest to the impact of the program. Her first grade son is in the program.
He's not gonna let anybody hurt him. He can defend himself. He thinks he's somebody special and knows that nobody's gonna hurt him. It's awesome. But I get to see it every time I teach these kids that.
The instructors believe Rad Kids should be taught at every school.
You're teaching kids how to behave better. You're teaching kids how to treat other kids better. You're teaching them that they don't have the right to hurt anybody else. Why wouldn't that need to be in every school?
I spoke with Avery Smith, who is now a 9th grade math teacher at a low-income school in Oklahoma City. He's taking the strike a step further with a personal hunger strike until the walkout ends.
I was just looking for a way that I could give a little bit more of what I had. And after a little bit of thought, I realized, I can pray and I can fast. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so that was 5 days ago.
Avery Smith, a 23-year-old who recently graduated from UF, is participating in a walkout like hundreds of other Oklahoma teachers.
I didn't expect it to be this bad, and I certainly didn't expect there to be a strike going on the first year that I moved to Oklahoma to be a teacher.
While in Gainesville, Avery volunteered within the school district, serving on the board of Project Makeover, a group that renovates elementary schools.
I think it's very evident that he believes that passionately because he was involved in it here at college and took it a step further and wanted to be a teacher and influence students' lives in that way after college as well.
The Oklahoma strike is ongoing, despite a new raise for teachers, in order to get more funding for school resources.
Some people talk about having textbooks that are 30 years old. I don't have textbooks in my classroom.
Avery says all of his students qualify for free or reduced lunch. Florida experienced a similar strike 50 years ago.
Working conditions and pay was so bad in the state of Florida that over 10,000 teachers across the entire state walked out of their jobs. Schools were shut down.
The Florida Teachers Union formed as a result, which is why Florida teachers are now barred from striking.
Strike is the last thing you want to do. It's really when you're at desperation.
But until a resolution is found in Oklahoma, Avery says he will stick to only water and Gatorade.
At the end of the day, there's been so much neglect in Oklahoma in schools. There's been so little funding that any small setback, any short-term difficulty that our communities are facing are 100% offset by the benefits that we're going to reap.
Oklahoma lawmakers are scrambling to look at different tax ideas that would cover putting more millions into education. They've already boosted taxes on cigarettes and oil production to pay for the teacher raises. Mary Grace Scully, WUFT News.